Welcome back. Tonight, a story about outrunning limits while defying the odds.
For one Alabama teenager, this all began thousands of miles from here. Only on 13 tonight, Brittany Decker introduces you to an Oak Mountain student on the fast track after a journey that spans the globe.
I'm gonna follow you. Don't go too fast, okay? Before Chase even ran a race, before he spoke a word of English, before he had a family cheering in the stands, he had this. A bracelet, leather with a single thread, given to a little boy in a Chinese orphanage by the man who first taught him how to walk. No one knows his title, therapist, care worker. All they know is he saw potential in a child the system had already given up on.
They kind of deem a person with any type of disability as just not at the high enough level for society.
Now it's in his hand, a reminder of the miles behind him and everything he's still chasing. After all, that name wasn't an accident.
I wanted to incorporate his Chinese name, which is Tao Tao, and so we kept Tao as his middle name, but I told him, I was like, I think we need to keep Chase because I think God wants us to chase after him.
We knew, God had called us to adopt.
A boy older than they expected, 11 at the time, not the 5 to 7 years old they planned for. A boy whose first adoption had fallen through. A boy who, in China, was months away from aging out forever. But this family refused to give up.
We really had to advocate and say, we want him.
Approved in late 2019, home in January 2020, just days before flights shut down.
We were actually the last family with Lifeline to come back from China.
He jumped on in our family and hadn't skipped a beat.
We just immersed him just into our family immediately, and he adapted well. He was ready to go to school, ready to meet new people.
Chase.
In the orphanage, Chase says education wasn't an option.
Without education, you cannot really do much.
But in the classroom at Oak Mountain High School, he thrives.
I met Chase about 2 years ago.
Okay, here you go, Chase.
One day I was in my room.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
There you go.
And I was gonna erase some math problems off the board, and Chase walked in and he started asking about them. And a lot of the problems I had up there were AP pre-calculus and AP calculus.
I can do 12 and math. Pretty good.
That's great. Good job.
He's hardworking and he's very determined.
At school, on the track, in life, nothing keeps Chase down.
He fell, popped back up, bloody and all, ran and finished that race, and then they gave him the Chase Lovell Award.
He does have some limitations, but to be honest with you, you don't see him on the track at all. And it's nice because I think a lot of teams recognize who he is, and so when he goes to meets, it's a lot of Chase, Chase, Chase.
Just the desire that he has to make it.
Once with no family, he now waves to his own in the bleachers, a bracelet in his hand, a finish line ahead, and a life he's still, quite literally, chasing.
His journey was recognized statewide recently when the governor honored Chase at the Alabama Governor's Committee on Employment of People with Disabilities Awards.